Boom, Coach Arnone. Here we are in the madhouse.
Yep. Oh yeah. Him? He must work out.
Lots of guys here.
Yeah.
Mile High Wrestling.
Yes, sir.
How many you bring out?
I think 18 in total.
Yeah,
18 boys.
Big kids?
Yeah, actually we had just one in the 10 and under or whatever that the youngest age group was, 6-year-old.
Nice.
So yeah, but everybody else kind of graduated up to the big boy class.
How is it traveling with a bunch of kids doing this? You enjoying it?
I am enjoying it. It is stressful, I won't lie, but I think it's more beneficial to look at it from the lens of just this is what they need, and you need to be able to adapt and persevere through all those little things. Because obviously, being in a wrestling room 5 days a week, being in a gym 3 days of that week, it's crazy, So it's hard on them too. So just got to kind of level back and reflect.
What do you tell the kids before coming out to an event like this?
A lot of time it's just focus on understanding what it's like to prepare for something. You're not trying to treat it any different, but at the same time, they do know. I mean, the kids are resilient and smart, so they know that they're going to Tulsa, and it's about just focusing on your sleep, focusing on your diet, making sure that you're disconnecting from the distractions. I think is the biggest thing that we preach is just how to live right for those 2 weeks, 3 weeks, so then hopefully it's just an all the time thing for them once they get to their highest level.
Yeah. Can you notice a difference in how kids approach tournaments after they've been here?
Yes. Eye openers are definitely exist. They exist. A lot of our guys that have been here for the first time, it's a little bit of shell shock because there's no way to replicate that back in your wrestling room. However, I do see the difference in the leadership, I would say, more than anything, from the guys that have been here 3 or 4 times. It's just how they communicate to their teammates in practice and how they're living their life and what they're doing to show those other guys, hey, this is what you need to be doing to prepare for a match. This is how you need to think, your thought process, and how to stay positive and constantly reel that back in, with just the things that could be playing through their mind with their parents or their other teammates that may be getting nervous. It's just how to kind of push those away and put tunnel vision on.
Yeah. How important is it for the kid that wins all the local tournaments to come out here and get his butt whipped? We
preach it all the time. I think I said it more in the past 4 weeks than I ever have in my life. It's just like, listen, you guys go to these local tournaments and you stomp everybody, and that's not doing you any good. Like, it's great to be the paper champion, I guess, but ultimately, we do need to come out here. We went to Virginia, we went to Vegas, we went to Iowa this year, so we're getting exposure all the way around, and it's great because our parents are really starting to buy into that philosophy more and more, and ultimately, that's what we want to look at is that national scenery and getting them to see, hey, these guys from New Jersey, these guys from Pennsylvania, they know what they're doing, and, well, got some levels to jump.
Nice. Let's talk about the club. I want to talk about the numbers in a second, but you just told me you picked up Steven Rodriguez.
We picked up S-Rod. He is at home right now, however, probably skiing. But he's new to Colorado. Steven Rodriguez hopped in with us basically in the fall and has just been a vital and integral part of our club. Kind of took over for Tommy Klum in the northern location of Denver that we run, and he's a great guy. I mean, he's full of enthusiasm.
Man, I'm glad I never wrestled a guy like him because it looked like not fun. But, just as far as the kind of energy he brought to a match and how hard he wrestled for a whole match. But what else are his strengths or the things that you're excited to have at Mile High?
He's a real personality. He comes from being in a wrestling background since he graduated college. I mean, he was at Stanford. He was at Old Dominion. And he was running Iowa style with John Deagle, so he's going to be real proud that I said Iowa style out here, we know. And he just has so much experience in how to communicate to kids, how to relate to them, and he has the energy that attracts people to want to come and give all they can for him. I think that's the biggest thing is buy-in from other kids, get the most out of them, right? And he has a really innate ability to do that.
Nice. So, what did you say, 140 kids?
It's either 120 or 140. We're really up there.
That's awesome.
That's right now.
I love seeing clubs with numbers like that. What's your model? How are you getting new kids into the room and getting them to stick around?
I think it's just the process on what we're preaching. We have a really simple formula. It's not focus on all the championships and the trophies. It's get you ready for 8th grade to get to 9th grade and step into the high school ranks and be able to compete. And then when they're in 12th grade, get into college and be able to compete. And once we take all that pressure off of having to go to all these local tournaments and be the champion and all these, whether they say national tournaments, whether, you know what I mean, all this stuff, we don't put emphasis on that, and we really focus just on how we're going to work, the fundamental basics of what's going to get you to be in college and be prepared, and good people, right? We're surrounded with good people. Jim Humphrey is part of our wrestling club. He is 70 years old, and he is at practice every week, and the guy's incredible. He'll teach the kid that is a first year all the way up to our highest level, and has, you know, again, good people attract good people, and we're getting more and more people coming up from Colorado Springs, people driving down from North Denver, and they're really converging at Mile High, and we're just growing our numbers, so it's really awesome.
You having fun?
I'm having a ton of fun, man. It's a blast, you know.
Cool.
And shout out, Mark Gray is here.
I just saw him.
Eight-time Tulsa champion. I busted his cojones a few times today about it, because every time I walked by him, people were like, 8 times, this guy,
Dude,
8 times.
I'm gonna bring that up.
Excellent.
Do a whole interview.
Excellent. Yes, 8 times. So yeah, I'm having a blast, and it's all as well.
Cool. Any predictions for Olympic squad coming up?
Well, you know, this week was not as deep for men's, I guess, that I would want to see in the lower weights, but I mean, you're going to see J.O. Zane and Joey McKenna go at it, hopefully. I don't have super predictions. I think we know that they're staples, and I'm a homer. I'm going to say Kyle Dake's going to make the team this year.
How bad did it stink when Chamizo decided not to wrestle?
It's a bummer, but I wasn't surprised. I kind of had that feeling he did it. I don't know what it was. A few tournaments ago, you know, he forfeited out and didn't wrestle, either Jordan or somebody. And you know, that's ultimately, I guess, his coach's call. You know, and you just got to let it be what it is, man. You know, we have no control over that. But I was bummed. I'd love to see it. I'm a fan.
Hey, Jake, you're the man.
Thanks, Joe.
I appreciate it. You got anything else to share right now?
No, man. Keep it real. Grow wrestling, man.